The world is drowning in good enough. You are surrounded by people who do the bare minimum, people who work just enough not to get fired, who study just enough not to fail, and who love just enough not to be alone. We live in the era of the shortcut. Everyone wants the result, but no one wants the craft. Everyone wants to be a master, but no one wants to be obsessed. But in Japan, there is a word that makes the average person uncomfortable, a word that sounds like a mental illness to the lazy, but sounds like a prayer to the elite. It is called Kodawari. It is the uncompromising, relentless pursuit of perfection in a detail that no one else will ever see. Give me exactly 12 minutes, and I will show you why your lack of results is actually a lack of obsession. I am going to reveal the lethal precision strategy, a mental framework used by the masters of Japan to turn a simple task into a divine ritual. If you stay until the very end, I will reveal the ritual of the single grain of rice, the secret practice that allows you to develop a level of focus that is quite literally superhuman. If you are tired of being just okay, good. That frustration is the first spark of Kodawari. Let's enter the workshop of the masters. To understand Kodawari, we have to look at the master of the hidden thread. In a small corner of Kyoto, there was a weaver who spent 6 months making a single silk kimono. One day, a wealthy merchant noticed that the weaver was spending hours stitching a pattern on the inside lining of the sleeve, a part of the garment that would be completely invisible when worn. The merchant laughed and said, "Why are you wasting your life on something no one will ever see?" The weaver didn't even look up. He simply said, "I can see it, and the gods can see it." This is the first open loop we need to close. Kodawari is not about quality control. Quality control is for customers. Kodawari is for your own soul. It is the standard you hold when you are completely alone. Why are you unhappy with your work? Because you are doing it for them. You are doing it for the paycheck, the applause, or the grade. When you work for others, you are a slave. When you work for the Kodawari, you are a god in your own world. Pattern interrupt. Audio. The sharp, clean sound of a chisel cutting through hard wood. Visual. A single red line appearing on a pitch-black screen. This leads us to pillar number 1, the tyranny of the invisible. Most people think that to be successful, you need to focus on the big picture. They focus on the brand, the marketing, and the final stage. But the masters of Japan know that the big picture is just a collection of microscopic details. If one detail is a lie, the whole thing is a lie. Practicing Kodawari means becoming a tyrant over the invisible parts of your life. It means organizing your room when no one is visiting. It means double-checking your code when no one is auditing. It means training your body when the gym is empty. In modern society, we have been trained to fake it till you make it. We focus on the surface, but a surface without a foundation is just a mask. When you focus on the invisible, you build internal authority. You start to trust yourself because you know that even in the dark, you did not cut corners. You didn't cheat. You didn't settle for good enough. How many lies are hidden in your daily routine? How many corners have you cut today? If you want to stop feeling like a fraud, you need to start the descent into the detail. But first, we must address the obsession paradox. Most people think that obsession is unbalanced and unhealthy. They say you should have a balanced life. But let me ask you, has anyone ever changed the world with balance? Was Musashi balanced? Was Steve Jobs balanced? Is a samurai's blade balanced, or is it sharpened to a single obsessive point? Gamen taught us to endure. Mushin taught us to flow. Kodawari tells us to burn. It is the fire that consumes the ego until only the craft remains. This is not about working hard. Working hard is for people who have to be told what to do. Kodawari is about working deeper. It is the ability to lose yourself in a single task until the concept of time disappears. This is pillar number 2, the sovereignty of the micro. Imagine you are a sushi master. You have spent 10 years just learning how to wash the rice. 10 years. Most people in the West would quit after 10 days. They would say, it's just rice. But to the master, it's not just rice, it's the universe. By narrowing your focus to the micro, you expand your consciousness. When you care about the temperature of the rice to the exact degree, you are practicing a form of meditation that makes you untouchable. This is what the world calls flow, but the Japanese call it the way. Look at Hiroshi once more. When he was carving his charcoal, he didn't just look for a piece of wood. He looked for the perfect wood. He would spend weeks searching for a branch that had the right spirit. He was poor, he was hungry, but he would never settle for a lesser branch. That is Kodawari. It is the refusal to accept anything that isn't a reflection of your highest self. Are you settling for lesser branches in your life? Are you taking the easy path because the right path is too detailed? If you are waiting for inspiration to do great work, you have already failed. Inspiration is for amateurs. Kodawari is for professionals who have turned obsession into a habit. Pattern interrupt.
Video. A macro shot of a single drop of water falling into a still pond, creating perfect mathematical ripples. This leads us to the ritual of the single grain of rice. This is the secret practice used by the masters of the shokunin, craftsmanship, to develop the eye. Tomorrow, I want you to pick one task, just one, that you usually do on autopilot. It could be making your bed, writing an email, or washing a dish. I want you to do that task as if your life depended on its perfection. If you are washing a dish, do not just clean it. Observe the texture of the ceramic. Find the perfect angle for the water. Dry it until there is not a single microscopic water spot. Do it until the dish looks like a jewel. You will feel a physical resistance. Your brain will say, "This is stupid, it's just a dish." That is the voice of the mediocre world. Kill it. When you complete that one task with absolute Kodawari, you will feel a sudden surge of power. You have just taken a tiny piece of reality and made it perfect. You have proven that you have a master of your environment. This is the lethal precision strategy. If you can do one thing perfectly, you can do anything perfectly. The samurai didn't practice 10,000 different strikes. They practiced one strike 10,000 times until the strike became a part of their DNA. They were obsessed with the angle of the wrist, the breath in the lungs, and the position of the toes. When the battle came, they didn't have to think. The Kodawari did the work for them. This is the golden standard of the soul. In a world of plastic and cheap mass production, a person with Kodawari is a rare and dangerous thing. You become a living relic. You become someone that people cannot help but respect, even if they don't know why. They respect you because they carry an aura of uncompromising truth. Most people who watch this video will close it and go back to their good enough lives. They will keep cutting corners. They will keep lying to themselves in the dark. But not you. You are still here because you feel the master of the hidden thread pulling at your heart. You are tired of being a fraud. You are ready to be obsessed. Tomorrow morning, when the world tries to rush you, when people tell you that it doesn't matter or no one will see it, I want you to smile. Remember the weaver in Kyoto. Remember the sushi master and his rice. And remember that you see it. Do not ask for a faster result. Ask for a deeper craft. The workshop is quiet. The tools are sharp. The invisible thread is waiting for your hand. You are no longer a consumer. You are a creator of perfection. If you are ready to kill the good enough version of yourself and embrace the art of obsession, type Kodawari in the comments below. Let the world know that your standards are no longer up for negotiation. Subscribe to continue your journey into the Japanese mindset. Our next lesson will reveal the mente inamabili, Fudishin, the secret to ending fear forever. Until then, stay focused, stay deep, stay obsessed. Zanshin.